Got that shit in there.
From the 757 to the 713, where you know we stay whipping through the streets. Some will call it swinging bang, some will call it slow ride. I just call it cruising to the beat.
It's the Cruising Podcast.
Cruising to the beat.
Da, 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 da. It's the Cruising Podcast.
Cruising to the
Da, 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 da.
Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is August 7th. Goodness gracious, we're in August. August 7th, 2024 is Wednesday. Yes, I know the show's out a little late. I understand. I'm just been tired, man. Oh my goodness. Last night I was going to do an episode and I was just like, let me just try to get some sleep real quick, man. woke up and forgot I had to go to work. It's like, oh, I guess I go to work today. So, yeah, man, but we're back. We are back with another episode, man. But where you can first find the Cruising Podcast is for the latest updates of the Cruising Podcast. Wherever you can find the Cruising Podcast. This is Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find your podcast needs. So you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find the latest updates of the show. It's on Instagram at Cruising Podcast. Also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to look at the camera more. Apparently, that's some of the the things that's going on. That's some of the critiques that are happening. So, if you're looking, I'm trying. All right, I have very, very bad ADHD, probably ADHD. I undiagnosed ADHD, but completely no. I have attention to depth. Yeah, I definitely have my attention get taken away a lot. My bad. But this episode is going to be talking about really mostly Deadpool and Wolverine review. That's literally what we're doing. And we're also talking about a con I went to this weekend. That's all right, which is always cool. So here we are. Welcome. How's everybody doing? Cool. All right. Yeah. You doing great? Doing great too. Me too, man. Awesome. So, I'm taking more advantage of what really kind of Texas has to offer, especially going to cons. I went to Bell County Comic-Con last weekend with my family, my brother and my mother, and it was really cool. It was about maybe a couple hours away from us, and so it was a nice little drive. But at the same time, it was just like, it actually wasn't that bad of a drive. And also, we got to drive that Benz, baby. Okay, but sorry, my fault. Sorry, nope, we're gonna keep it moving. But I thought it was a great con. I liked it. I wanted to go and try to get an autograph from Kevin Eastman, and his line was entirely too long. The only problem, it's actually a really big con. They did a really good job with, really utilizing all the space. They might have utilized too much space, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But I really did enjoy it a lot. There was a lot of vendors out, spent a lot of money, of course, and I got me some cool stuff. I really need to start posting these on Instagram, and I will. I just completely normally forget whenever I'm doing my life's work with delivering packages to some people. Just yeah, we're just gonna keep moving. But yeah, man. But Bells County. Bells County. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. It really was a big it really was a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles celebration. I was very excited to be there. I was very happy to be there, man. I told myself, look, man, I don't want to be around people, but at the same time, I'm like, I gotta start making some headway, man. And I wish I did a little bit more promotion for myself. But you know me, man. I suck at self-promoting. But I will be going to Anime Matsuri this weekend. Oh boy. I can't wait. I can't wait for Anime Matsuri, to tell you the truth. I've told myself I wanted to go so many times, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it this year. It's happening this year. I don't care. I'm probably going to go on Sunday because, they screwed me over at this place on Saturday. So we're planning for Sunday. So I'm excited. I hope that we can have some more content. I'm going to make some content hopefully while there. We'll see. But definitely gonna be wearing my Bleach shirt, Joe. So just letting everybody know, if you're looking for me, I will be wearing Bleach. Just putting it out there. Also, I have like shorts and stuff. I'm probably much gonna wear what I wore to the anime fan festival or fan weekend at that was in Pasadena like a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to a lot of cons. This is crazy. I don't like going to be around people, but like, okay, let's do it. So I'm very excited. We'll be at Anime Matsuri, even though they don't want to give you boys some guest passes, but some press pass. I feel like I'm press. I do anime content, but yeah, I like I said, the only thing I really had a problem with the Bells County, it just felt like it was too congested. Like where they were having most of like the artist alley and stuff like that, it felt really congested. Now, not everybody has a George R. Brown convention center. I'm not saying that. That's very hard to do. But I just wish that there was like that it was a little less congested in the main like area where all the Kevin where Kevin Eastman really was, and like all the celebrities were. They also had Tatiana Ali. I think she left like really early. I just wish I got to see her. I mean, just to look at her in the non creepy across the room way. I mean, the most non creepiest way possible. As creepy as non creepy can get. You know what I'm saying? That's just really. I mean, let's be real. Whose 90s crush was she not? Okay, I was more of a Hillary person myself, but when Ashley grew up and I grew up at the same time, I was like, oh, okay. But I was more. I'm a big Hillary fan. I like me some Hillary. Okay, continue on. Also, when she was in Major Pain, when Hillary was in Major Pain, yeah, you asking me to remember her name, her real name. I just know she's Hillary Banks. Okay, so yeah, when I seen her on Major Pain, though, I was like, oh, Hillary got that, and I was like, very young, and I still was like, definitely. Okay, continuing on. But yeah, it was just really congested. That was the only thing, man. It was just like it was hard to walk around. Like I said, not everybody has a George R. Brown Convention Center. I understand that. I guess that's because that I guess why that felt congested is because I'm used to, I guess, me going to a bigger con first, and then now these smaller cons where it's kind of like a little bit more congested. Yeah, a little bit more people in the smaller areas. Like, oh yeah, yeah, Andrew, we haven't done any of this. So we're really rookies in the game. It felt like I feel like a real rookie in the game. I just started in the big leagues first. So that's pretty much what happened. But yeah, man, but it was good. I liked it, man. I would definitely travel another 2.5 hours to do something cool like that, especially if it's turtle celebration, because you're celebrating turtles. Andrew Cruz will be there. I just wish there was more. I didn't see any turtles walking around though. Yes, I'm talking about the Ninja Turtles. So get out of here. Yeah, yeah. I wish that happened. But I'm excited. I wish they talked about. I wish there was something where they were talking about like maybe announcing a little bit, because it literally couple weeks ago we just found out about the TMNT and Naruto being crossover, and now I just wish there was a little bit more of a talk about that too. That would have been cool. Actually would have been pretty sweet. So I can't wait to see the movie. And slash and watch, they're going to do like a movie slash anime, and we're going to be like, yeah. And I'm going to be like, yeah. So very excited about it. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get to the real meat of the bones and stuff. Also, if you guys get a chance, definitely go check out Bells County. They get a lot of people. They also had Napoleon Dynamite and Pedro there. It's kind of interesting. It was Ernie Ray. They had most of the cast from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movie. It's kind of cool, man. I think the original April was there. So that's April O'Neil, by the way, April O'Neil. Just in case there's no confusion. But yeah, man, that was pretty cool. It's pretty big for like a small. It's not a big city. Like it wasn't not a big city, but it was a cool city. You know what I'm saying? Belton, Texas. Never been there before. Probably won't be back again until another Bells County. Probably. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, man, I had a good time though. Like overall, great experience. Definitely would do it again, and hopefully next year. So, all right, continue on. We're gonna talk about the real. We're gonna talk about the real reason why y'all here. Let's be real. This is a Nerd Jock exclusive. Deadpool and Wolverine. That movie was freaking awesome. Let's go. Summer movies are back, baby. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. That movie right there, yeah, it shattered records, and it should have. I know most people are like, "Oh man, this is a mediocre movie with just because of the cameos." Actually, it set up better. It set up the multiverse better. To tell you the truth, it set up the multiverse better. It gave us a better look at, oh, this is how we're going to get the X-Men for sure. We're going to get the X-Men through, probably Wolverine for sure. The cameos, we got cameos that we haven't gotten in over 10 to 15, almost 20 years. Okay. I remember Elektra was in Daredevil, and then she got her own movie, which the movie was fucking horrible. I don't know why they did an Elektra movie when Daredevil was so bad. But continuing on, I take that back. I like Daredevil. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was a great movie. I didn't think it was an ultra bad movie. I think it's kind of funny that you had Elektra from Daredevil on the show, and then you had Foggy Nelson, who is John Favreau. If anybody doesn't know Happy Hogan, he started off. Well, not started off, but he did play Happy Hogan in the Daredevil movie. It's actually pretty cool how they brought that together. Like, this is not John Favreau's first foray in Marvel. So just putting it out there. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, so I don't bump into this thing. So I think that was cool. I think seeing Blade, Wesley Snipes' Blade, was amazing. That tripped me out. And I'm glad to know that feud or possible feud between Ryan Reynolds and Wesley Snipes, they really just played into it. They were just like, fuck it, we're just gonna play into it and see what happens. And I don't know if they knew that it was gonna go that far, but I'm very happy to see that, like, Wesley Snipes kind of still got it, dog. I know people are like, oh man, well, he's a vampire, he should not be getting old. Actually, he's half vampire. So get your fucking facts straight. First of all, I can curse now, so I understand. You guys were like, why'd you say freaking like a minute ago? Let me tell you why. Because YouTube will not demonetize. What is it? The algorithm. I like to trick the algorithm a little bit. I'm gonna trick you, algorithm. Ha ha! Yes, tricked you. Fuck. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, algorithm. Sorry, algorithm. Please do not. I was joking around. You're not a fuck. You fuck. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you get it. But no, I like that they were like, yeah, well, he's a vampire. He should not be getting no. Look, he's half vampire. So with probably he gets the super strength and all the rest of that cool stuff from being a vampire, but he still gets probably old like a human. You fucks. All right, get over it. It happens. Yes, he's a real character. He's a real human that's playing the part. It's a fake character. Get over it. We wanted to see Blade. I was happy to see Blade. I was like, yes. Yeah. And I would like to say this. I would like to argue with anybody that has a problem with this. He is not the only Blade. He is not the one and only Blade, by the way. If you guys don't remember, Sticky Fingers actually played Blade in a fucking series. So fuck off. He was not the only Blade. He's the only movie Blade, but Sticky Fingers played Blade in a series on Spike TV. So if anybody has a problem with it, it's a bad show. Don't get it twisted. It was a very horrible show. But he still was Blade. It was still Blade the series. So just putting it out there. If anybody has a problem and want to fight me on it, please come fight me. But like, I know you guys want to etch that out of existence, but it happened. And I know that's not a Mandela effect. I believe it, and I know it. It's not a fucking Mandela effect. Okay, next. We finally got to see Channing Tatum as Gambit. That fucking movie was supposed to come out like 10 years ago. No, way more than 10. No, maybe 15. I would say that movie was supposed to come out a very, very long time ago, where Gambit was supposed to play. Where Channing Tatum was supposed to play Gambit. We kind of figured out why. The motherfucker can't do he did a actually, to tell you the truth, he kind of did a really good New Orleans accent, because who the fuck understands anybody from New Orleans sometimes? When they start talking fast, you'd be like, oh, okay, hold on, Wody. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna need you to slow down, enunciate your words, so I know what the fuck going on. It does happen sometimes. They do, but he was talking like he was talking like Remy LeBeau. Actually, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make a name for myself. No, I like that. Which goes like, I think you're gonna die here. Tell everybody about my story. I don't even know what the fuck your story was, but seriously though, seeing him as Gambit finally, he looked actually the part. He looked I think he did an amazing job. I think that a full length movie of him as Gambit might be a little much, but to see him in the suit and everything, he actually looked the part for real. I would say he looked the part better than who was it? Emil Hesh? I think Emil Hesh was the one that came up as Gambit in the Wolverine, right? The Wolverine Origins. If anybody wants to tell me, I think it was Emil Hesh. I think he did better. I really do. I think so. But yeah, I mean, seeing him dressed up in comic accurate wear, it's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Now, maybe 10, 15 years ago, I don't think you could pull off the CGI that was done in this movie. If you're asking me what my favorite scene was from this whole movie, was definitely not the montage, but the whole fighting in the street shit where Wolverine and Deadpool are killing the hundred Deadpools. Now, I was sitting there watching and I was like, so they're gonna come back, right? Because I'm pretty sure maybe they killed the only one that doesn't have regeneration, but like the rest of them probably have regeneration. And it happened. They all got back up and was like, "Oh, fuck!" So they all have it. They were killing them like they didn't have it. And also my favorite, of course, if you guys don't understand, I was a big NSYNC fan, and to watch the Bye 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 dance montage, and also a man killing countless TVA agents, Deadpool killing countless TVA agents with the bones of Logan Wolverine, um, was and will be and should be considered a masterpiece. It was the first kill that he did where he slammed, I think it was his fingers. He slammed his finger, Wolverine's finger, into the head and then he kicked it out. I thought was one of the most sickest moves I've seen in a while. I've seen some really good fight choreography. I'm not gonna lie, the fight choreography for this movie was very well done too, by the way. The fight inside the van, amazing. Hey, if that doesn't sell a parent with like multiple children on how a van can hold more than, I mean, those are two big ass dudes just jumping around inside of a van. I'm just putting it out there. Like, don't get it twisted. Hugh Jackman's like 6'4", if I think, yeah, like 6'4", something like that. And like Ryan Reynolds, if I remember correctly, he's about 6'2", 6'1". Maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but and they're also big. You know what I mean? They're big guys, and they were fighting that van like it was like that should sell anyone on a minivan. I think a minivan, if you buy one of those, you will not be disappointed with minivan. That, especially that one, because that whatever minivan that was needs to be sold a lot. Hopefully, the selling of it definitely has intrigued you guys, because that shit right there was wild. That was a great fight scene too. Yeah, but of course, we got the montage of Deadpool looking for Wolverine's variants. Yeah, I'm just letting you guys know I'm gonna be jumping around a lot. Probably pretty much talking about what everybody wants to talk about, because I'm not gonna do this expert analysis because it's been like over a week since I've seen this fucking movie. So just putting it out there. No, it's been when did I see it? It hasn't even been out over a week. You fucking idiot. Yeah, actually, it has been out for whatever. Here we are. Okay. But I would just like to say that the Henry Cavill reveal, I don't remember him being the big Wolverine. If that was Tom Hardy, I would have been a lot more amped. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might be alone in this camp. Actually, I'm gonna be alone in this camp. If that was Taron Egerton as Wolverine, I would have screamed like a little girl. I'm not gonna lie to you, I would have. Because I've been banging on the damn tables telling everybody Taron Egerton will be the perfect perfect replacement for Hugh Jackman if he ever wants to hang up the claws. But it's going to be happening until he's 90. Until he's 90. So, I was hoping it was going to be Taron Egerton. I ain't going to lie to you. And I love that they did the whole nostalgia part too. Like they had the comic accurate Wolverine with the 5'2 Wolverine, because I don't think people understand Wolverine is way smaller than every other X-Men, by the way. Um, I like the I forgot which one that was. I kept hearing the comic book cover, but the comic book cover where he's pretty much on the X, like kind of like being crucified on the X. That's actually a comic book cover from something. Sorry, I'm not. You guys gotta understand. I'm not the biggest comic book head in the world, but go check it out. It is comic book cover, and then also the brown and yellow uniform, and then also it looks like, I'm going to say this. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I think that was Eric Bana's Hawk. You're welcome. I think that was Eric Bana's Hawk. That Hawk that was in that we saw. That might have been the Eric Bana one. And also, that might have been World War Hawk. Woo! Yo, that's all we need. That's all we need. I know I keep saying Hulk is a Hulk. I don't give a fuck. Hulk. You know the fuck I'm talking about. Big green angry motherfucker. Um, if we get that, especially him versus Wolverine and Deadpool. By the way, they all were in the same movie at one point too. I think it was Planet Hawk. That was Planet Hawk. My bad, not World War. If that's Planet Hawk, that we need to go back to that, because I think it's either Eric Bana's or what's his name, Edward Norton's, but I would say Eric Bana. Eric Bana's Hulk was a fucking problem. I think they should have looked at that. It was not the greatest of movies, of course it wasn't, but let's just be real. Let's be real. That's the most ferocious out of all of them, though. That motherfucker was like throwing tanks at people, at Thunderbolt Ross and all of them. Fucking amazing. Okay, my bad. Just I thought I sidetracked myself for a little bit there. But yeah, man, I liked all the montage of the Wolverines and stuff. I really, really wish it was Taron Egerton. I ain't gonna lie. The music of this movie was A1. It matched every scene, especially like the old 80s musics. 80, all the old 80 music. All the old 80 music. The fuck is wrong with me? It's 12 o'clock. That's the problem. It's 12:30. My fault, yo. But I think they did an amazing job at putting the music to match the scenes, especially the funny scenes, especially the one scene, especially the scene where they're killing all the Deadpools. That was cool. I thought they did a really good job. Just in case people don't know about what's it? Pool dog, dead pool dog pool, dog pool. There we go. Goodness gracious. Come on, Andrew, get your life together. Dog pool, actually, just in case people, just some little bit of knowledge, some knowledge for your ass. Dog pool won the ugliest dog award in Britain. Actually, that's a very known dog. Okay, that played dog pool, which is kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I mean, shit, cool. Worked out. That's a cool dog, man. That's dog always has a tongue out. I mean, and it got a little weird between Deadpool and Dogpool, but it's just Deadpool. That's just who he is. But it got a little weird for a while. Let's be real. We all felt uncomfortable in some of those scenes. But yeah. I love that he had his whole family a part of the show. I mean, part of the movie. Of course, that was Blake Lively as Lady Pool. Also, you had Kid Pool, who was his son or one of his children. I forget if that. Yeah, I forget. And also, Baby Pool was, one of his children. Is the other child. Apparently, have two children, and yeah, they both did it. They both made it, and I really think they did a great job with Cassandra Nova too. Y'all need to understand that's how strong she is. She's actually probably stronger in the comics. But like it's the only that once again, like she said, her only problem is between her and Xavier is that she has to touch you. Xavier can just get you from anywhere. Actually, he can use Cerebro and like amplify his shit and then fuck you up from like a distance from like the seat of his own house type shit, can control you and also warp your reality without even fucking touching you. She on the other hand can do kinetic shit, which she did to Chris Evans, by the way. Fantastic Four Johnny Fire. Yes. Yes. I know some of y'all wanted that to be Cap. I know some people forgot that he was the first on-screen Johnny Fire. And the way she killed him was very gruesome. I was not waiting for that. I didn't know. I didn't know. I wasn't ready. This definitely was not a family film. And yeah, that was bad. That was yeah. Mhm. That's scary. That was scary. I wouldn't piss her off. And I love the end credit scene where it's really literally him saying every word that Deadpool said to get him killed. He actually did fucking say it. So yeah, that was rough. That was a rough look. There was probably a couple more cameos. The only thing I do wish a little bit is that they had like maybe Professor Xavier come in, or like Cyclops, like especially James Marsden Cyclops, just somebody else from there. But I understand like his world, like the world of the Wolverine, all of his, all the X-Men were killed. So and I liked it when she got into his head and you see all the gravestones, and it's just wild, man. I wonder, and I think the only thing that really bothers me is that how did a bunch of humans kill the X-Men? How? That's fucking tough. Would they really need Wolverine that bad to stop humans? That's Cyclops alone. If y'all read the comic books, this is the ones I do read sometimes. If y'all read the comic books, Cyclops is a dog in the comics. So you had to do something like diet. You had to be ready and catch him slipping to kill Cyclops. You have to catch him slipping for sure. If you don't, you getting liquefied by his eyes. It's I don't understand that part of the story. I was like, damn, they killed all of them? Fuck out of here. There's no way. You can't, first of all, there's no way you can kill Xavier without like stopping Cerebral. Like, there's no fucking way. Because Cerebral also allows him to control multiple people. So I just don't that I don't know. I don't know if I agree with them killing off, but you had to make him the worst Wolverine, of course, and also seeing comic accurate costume that we saw in the X-Men animated series, and yeah, man, that was exciting. Now we only saw him wear the cowl for 2 seconds, but that's fine. It's okay. They got a little weird where his shirt got ripped off at the last final scene for no apparent fucking reason, and made me feel bad and made me put down the popcorn that I was eating. And after the movie, go for a run. Like I feel like I need to start going running more because ain't no fucking way. I don't know what steroids I need to take to get myself to even come close to that, but I will take them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not saying that he's on steroids. I'm just saying I need steroids to look like that. I'm just be honest. We're gonna be honest. I need that, and also a lot more discipline from food. But overall, though, if I give it, I'm saying 9.7 out of 10 to tell you the truth. This was a summer hit. I really do. I know people are not going to put this up for Oscar award winning type movies and shit, but this deserves it. I think this is one of the best movies of the year so far. Let's be real. This is definitely the best comic book movie so far. I mean, by far, this is the best. I wouldn't say it's the best. It might be even the best comic book like adaptation. I I'm gonna just do one caveat to the boys. I think this boys season was just really for us to be set up for next season. This was just like, all right, we gave y'all some fire for the first three. This fourth season though, we're gonna tail it back a little bit. We're gonna let you build up to this final to this final season. We got y'all though. We got y'all. Don't worry, we got y'all. But just go okay. And now we're back. I like that it's rated R too, because you can't do. They tried it. They tried to make a Deadpool movie that was PG-13. They tried to do the PG-13 version. I think none of the jokes will land. All the rest of that stuff. It had to be rated R. And I know Disney doesn't do rated R films. I thought what they were going to do was like Fox Spotlight, Searchlight type movies, where this was just going to be a Fox movie where they're going to curse and everything like that. Don't have, but not be under Disney banner. But they are part of the MCU clearly with the TVA and Paradox. And also, did anybody know that Tom was fucking English? Tom from Secession bothers me. I don't like being faked out like this anymore. I'm sick of you English fucks faking me out. Really bothers me. But continuing on. I digress. Completely forgot what the fuck I was talking about. I'm just happy to see rated R superhero movies. I'm a grown ass adult. I'm allowed to hear curse words now. Kind of. No, I'm allowed to hear curse words now. Like, I don't understand why y'all can't give me that love. Like, and I'm glad that Deadpool Wolverine was for sure. Let's be okay. Be honest. What is the greatest superhero movie of all time? Infinity War, of course it is. How fucking dare I? But what's the second? To me, if I had a top five, if I had a top two, Logan's number two. Logan finally allowed Wolverine to be ferocious, allowed Wolverine to curse, and allowed Wolverine to kill in the most ridiculous ways possible. And it was a rated R film. And also, you kind of had to do it because X-23, which I was happy to see her come back. Some of y'all are some freaks. I'm just putting it out there. But I was happy to see her come back as X-23. She deserved it because she's part of probably the second greatest superhero movie of all time. If we're all being candid about this, I think she was a big part of why that movie was successful. To tell you the truth, like her character was ferocious at too. Shit, man, she's probably cussing them out in all Spanish and Mexican language. We got all Mexican because she was Mexican. Just in case people don't know, she was born. The fucking character was literally created in Mexico, and she only knew Spanish. And so, man, yeah, I'm glad she came back. I'm glad that she kind of gave him that. I'm glad it was X-23 from Logan. That's what I'm happy about. I don't know how she got caught. I wish we get a story on that. If we somehow, here's what I would like. Okay, this is my future planning. If I'm Disney and y'all been pumping out shows, there should be a show about the Void. If we're going to go there, there should be a TVMA version of the Void and what actually goes on there. I know it's a lot, and it has to be a lot, but you can bring back characters that haven't been used in years, bring them back in the Void, trying to figure out how to get out of the Void without Cassandra. I'm probably saying her name wrong because I've been watching way too many different shows. I'm just saying, I think that's a good idea. Like, we just have a Void where we got different characters just trying to get out. They have to band together to try to get out of the Void, and also survive a life. Like, they have to try to survive a life. So yeah, you're welcome, Disney. I will be waiting for the check that needs to be cleared. Definitely $10 million is my asking price, but I'm willing to negotiate. Just put it out there. Just gonna put it out there. So once again, I'm just happy to see rated R content for superhero movies. It deserves it. Like, literally the best superhero show right now is what? The Boys. So what is The Boys have in common with Deadpool and Wolverine? It's obnoxious, it's funny, and there's no that leash of PG-13 is off of them. You know what I'm saying? That leash of man, we gotta control this for like maybe they make this a fit kind of family. No, fuck that. We need this to get as raunchy, as crazy as possible, and bloody as possible. And I think both show and movie do a very great job, and that's what appeals to most fans. Most fans right now are old enough to watch Marvel movies. I mean, are old enough to watch rated R movies. Like, think about this. When when Iron Man came out, somebody was 8 years old. That's almost, what, about 15 years ago that shit came out? It's almost 20 years. That child is probably in their 20s. Let's be real. Okay, I can understand that one being PG-13, but how many of them? I know everybody wants that bigger appeal. Oh, well, dude, we need to bring the family out. Nah, bro. Motherfucking older people want to watch this fucking movies. Okay, so give us something to watch. We can't watch the whole happy-go-lucky family film. Like, no, we're not going to do that. So, I'm happy that it was rated R. I'm happy that they had a really successful opening weekend. I think it was like at 400 million worldwide. This is hitting a billion in almost 2 weeks. This is going to hit a billion in like a month. Watch. So, with that, that is the show for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Talked about a lot of Deadpool, Wolverine, and also probably should put I'm gonna put a spoiler warning on here just in caseies. So, with that, I'd like to say where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find the latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finance. And I forgot to do this to begin the show, and that's my fault. I take full blame for it. If you listen to the intro music today, you definitely heard the music stylings of my boy Gilla. If you want to go check him out, Gilla713. He does do jingles, intro songs, all the rest of that cool stuff. And for a price, of course, but definitely go check it out. If you like the intro music, go check him out on Instagram. Definitely, he's one of my closest friends, and I'm very happy that he's a part of this, really part of this progress. And also Songbird ATX, Nicole Quinn. Thank you so much for being a part. I mean, she has an amazing voice. You guys go check it out. She's on Instagram also at, like I said, Songbird ATX. So definitely go check them out and you want to get a jingle done, baby, to get the jingle done. So, with that, please leave a 5-star review on podcast. Also leave a 5-star review on Instagram. I mean, yeah, please leave a 5-star review on Instagram if you can. But on Spotify and also on Apple Podcasts. And I wish you could let me know how you're doing on there on Spotify. But if you want to leave a comment, please go check it out. And please go leave a comment. You know what I mean? Let me know how you're doing. This is also a mental health podcast. Be real. But also, go join the Patreon where we're getting some more. It's going to be a lot more content coming in. I have plans for more and more content. So with that, so go check out the Patreon. It's only $3 a month if you guys want to check it out. So with that, I'd like to say I love all of you. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.
Gas the shit in from the 757 to the 713, where you know we stay whipping through the streets. Some will call it swinging bang, some will call it slow ride. I just call it cruising to the beat.
It's the Cruising Podcast.
Cruising to the beat.
Da, 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 da. It's the Cruising Podcast.
Cruising to the
Da, 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 da.